have anything, so you don't lose anything. The temple that provides, the temple that provides the shining of the essence of the soul, that was Marianne. Okay, was destroyed by industry. Okay, but we don't lose Marianne. Okay, we still have Marianne, life's eternal grace is infinite. The temple for the soul that shines the beauty of Michelle Bowen. Well, we don't have Michelle Bowen's temple anymore to enjoy her jokes, her sense of humor, her chitlins, her black-eyed peas, her fried chicken, her macaroni and cheese, and she'll show you how to make it. We don't have that anymore, okay? Because you guys are fucking selfish assholes. But not because there's a problem with God, there's a problem with life, there's a problem with the soul, there's a problem with the soup, aha, here's the spoon, right? So you don't lose anything. Okay? You are separated from that connection to the soul through that temple by selfishness, right? So you never really own it. You don't have anything. You don't own it. Okay? You have blessings. Like my mom told me before she was killed with her medical, physically destroyed with her medical treatment. She said, Earl, I want you to see everybody as a blessing and ask what you have to give to them and what they have to give to you. And Dad has a thing on the wall in there, not everybody's completely worthless. Some people can serve as a bad example. And guys, life's eternal grace is infinite, and I performed what was necessary for us to live the perfection of the apostles, the apocalypse, by January 22nd, 2013. And you're still, Martin Short was on Entertainment Tonight, I don't have therapy. This is my therapy. It's like, what do you need therapy for? Just stand up for the Lord's Prayer and stop watching people be tortured and have mental problems trying to adapt to and adjust to this insanity. That's wrong to do to children. That's wrong to do to Rob Reiner's kid. Okay, here, this is hell. Money's real. Compete like hell over it, kid. Don't get angry, don't get mad, don't give me the biggest lecture I ever had, right? And if you can't handle it, commit suicide. But don't kill anybody else that wants to perform propaganda for genocide over money, right? And you're like, guys, do you see what's happening? Because I see what's happening, and I'm sane and rational, and you guys are batshit fucking crazy. Okay? I talked to my poor dad about it because he prays to Jesus all the time for answers. And so when we talk about things, it's like, whoa, this kid is coming from places that I never thought existed, because the truth of living the Lord's Prayer has been sequestered and locked up in a parking lot of a Best Buy on Loman in Las Cruces since January 22nd, 2013. So you can keep asking Jesus questions, but the only person that's going to really get good answers when he asks them and he wants to keep reading his books is my dad. Okay? The rest of you assholes? No, man, me and Dad, a lot of times I have better conversations and discuss better things with him, and he wants to talk about what we're having for dinner and do research on power stations, so we have backup in case there's any kind of grid problems because of all these political genocidal shenanigans. And so it's really hard because I love my dad very much. Okay, but I know he has brain injuries from the Wi-Fi, and he relies on that sanctuary of the magic world of Constantine and Jerome's comic books, because Earl's not for real, because it's not happening. Okay, Jesus didn't happen. Okay, he gave us the Lord's Prayer. We're not living it. So it's essentially, technically, he really didn't happen, right? If he lives and gives you the perfect commands to live in the kingdom of heaven here on earth, and nobody will stand up and do it but Earl. And Earl got ran over in the parking lot of a Best Buy on Loman, January 22nd, 2013, during the Obama administration. Okay, then this isn't really happening, right? This isn't real. You never really had anything in your life. You never lost anyone to cancer. You never lost anyone to suicide. You never lost anyone or anything. You never had anything meaningful in your life that you appreciated as a meaningful relationship and a blessing at all, right? You just sang songs for money, for mass murderers in stadiums, and they're still filling stadiums with people that give all their time away for their money, and they're still mass murderers. And is that Chelsea Theron and Will Smith? We gonna go race car driving? Gonna make another Scientology propaganda movie? And it's May 11th, 2026, and we saw our first male tanager in the yard. I had to go tell Dad. I looked down, and there's this little red bird. Choop, choop. And then when I told him, I came back and he was back in the yard and took off again, saw me and took off. I think they show up because we have a pomegranate tree full of red blossoms where all the birds come and hang out and hide, and he's red, and so he hangs out there. So I like tanagers. First we thought they were cardinals. They fly like cardinals. They're artful dodgers. The females are yellow and they fly like this. The males are red and they fly like this, like an artful dodger. Okay. The girls go. They're bright yellow, with a little bit of grayish kind of looking color, but they're pretty. The tanagers, the male and the female, are both they're gorgeous. The girl's yellow, the guy's red. They're so cute. Oh my gosh, they'd make an excellent hat, right? In your Easter bonnet, with all the thrills upon it, you'll be the fairest lady in the Easter parade at the Preakness or the Belmont, because they already done that. They've never done Kentucky Derby. Oh, son of a bitch, we suck again, right? Every day is another opportunity to stand up for the commands of the Lord. And every day wasted is another day slammed shut in hell, passing on eternal wretchedness to children because you're a sick fucking person. Okay. And then you're going to drive around in your Corvette Stingray that's $70,000 and you only make $100,000 a year. And how can you afford a $70,000 car and a $100,000 car? Oh, wow. So you're saying the sheriff of Pima County is business partners with Elon Omar's husband's wine company? You're so horrible. You guys suck, man. Maybe that's it. Maybe they got it from an IOU from Harry and Lloyd when they caught him doing something with the guy who they accidentally killed, the model who, I don't know. I'm just making this shit up as I go along. I'm a TV producer and a director and an executive producer. And I want to win a Emmy, a Tony, a Grammy. I can sing too. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Okay. Let's fall in love. Why don't we fall in love? Isn't that's already been saying? What if I sing it better than you? And people want to give me a Grammy award because I'm a whammy record seller, whammy for selling shoes, clothes, drugs, and personal grooming devices to cut all your pubic hair so you can have a more pleasurable sexual experience 4th, 5th, 7th time. It won't last, but it's all right. It's really all right. Okay. Here's your drugs to take care of your plaque psoriasis because you're having a stressful environment, a toxic environment with industrial waste because you are trying to sell toothpaste. Wow, it's an excellent product. I recommend all my patients who have sensitive teeth use it. Okay, let's try forgiving debt and trespass first and not having industrialized waste through excessive compulsive behaviors in the water first. And then we'll see if we need the Sensodyne and the Lavois there. Lavois? That sounds like a name of a guy who would play left tackle at the University of Alabama. Lavois Johnson just pancaked the guy there. He's one of the best left tackles I've ever seen. Lavois Johnson. He sure has clean breath. Yes, it's fun to talk to him. Yes, when you talk to him, he's 7 feet tall, 347 pounds. But when you talk to Lavois Johnson, you know that man has the cleanest breath in all town. I wonder if he washes, it might sting your Johnson if you put your Johnson in Lavois. I would not recommend doing that. What if your girlfriend wants, a Johnson that tastes good? Well, then just kiss Lavois after he uses his mouthwash. You're a terrible person, Ralph Earl Parsons. Okay, I'm trying to make the Gospels relatable and fun so we can live them today, not tomorrow. To me, I may not have a thing at all, except for just a dream or two. But I've got lots of plans for tomorrow. and all my tomorrows belong to you. Right now it may not seem like spring at all. It does seem like spring here. Yeah, it was 88 degrees today, and we got a tanager in the yard. I am using the air conditioner because they sprayed fertilizer that has a chemical compound to it that makes me sick and I have allergic reactions to. So I had to go clean down the house and all the screens and clean out the air conditioner pads and everything like that. So because water's universal sovereign. We already talked about that in the last video about Pluto, or was it about Murray, or was it about Murray and Pluto, or was it the one that we talked about? What was the last one? Fourth, fifth, the sixth, the seventh time it won't last, but it's all right. Fleeting joy and fading ecstasy. Here it goes again. I like that song. I thought John did a fine job on that one. Yeah, and I'm doing it again. It reminded me of both my relationships with the brown girl raised by white people and the high yellow bitch raised by black people, and the tribalism and the violent sex cult behaviors with their science projects that made them both very difficult to try to be married to and have a functional, fun, relaxing, this is an excellent sex life, I can only envy a lot of you assholes the fact that you have somewhat of a decent sex life, even though some you can have. Okay, there are people in America today, okay, that live in this bubble, right? That came from people that have money, okay, that have a bird sanctuary in Manitoba or fucking Montana, right? Come Monday, it'll be alright. I hope you're enjoying the scenery. I know that it's prettier there. We could go hiking on Tuesday. With you, I'd walk anywhere. California has warned me, Carthan. I just can't wait to cruise around Coeur d'Alene again come Monday. It'll be all right, right? And they own half the town, and they can tell all the cops, hey, anybody come near me, kill them. Kill them! I'm Charles Sheraton's auntie, and I approve this message, right? And they have off-the-grid best this. They have the 2 windmills, 2 Tesla turbines. They make money off of producing their own energy. I would fight like hell and kill for my ranch too if I was his chauffeur. And I'm the mayor of Montana. No, it's the governor of Montana. I'm going to turn Montana into a town instead of a state. I'm a mad eccentric that invented the question mark and stopped making fun of my wife, a web-footed prostitute named Chloe. Dougie, are you okay? Dougie, are you okay? Where's Austin? Okay, do you understand? Does that mean that a dirty, rotten scoundrel is my biological father? That's not a Martin Short movie. No, it's a Steve Martin movie. But just forget about that. Okay, Martin Short movies. He plays Jack Frost. Jack Frost. Jack Frost. Not Frackin' and Boss. No, he plays Jack Frost opposite. Oh, hey, sell me one of those hoses. He's not on that movie. Yeah, but his buddy is. Didn't they work together? Are they still friends? They never were friends? They hate each other? Oh, Hollywood. Oh, Bollywood. Make it stop. I'm working on it. I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't care. Do you care? No. All I care about is the children living the Lord's Prayer. Está aquí hoy and evermore. A land called Evermore. What song is that one? The Days of Wine and Roses. Andy Williams, one of the first owners of the Phoenix Suns. There you go, Phoenix Suns. I was sitting there, and my videos, my descriptions of my videos often are just as good, or sometimes, if not, no, I don't think they're better than, but I think they're just as good as the video themselves. The descriptions of these videos are like, these are wonderful. They're artistic. Bill and Ted, lyrics, bro. Quote the lyrics. And I don't quote them from just 70s rocks tunes from guys who read books but don't quite understand them because they got high like Afro Man. I'm talking about real standards of American music that will live forever once we're playing them in public domain and people say, why did they ever take Ella Fitzgerald and Nancy Wilson away? Why is money real? And why does music suck when we're doing it for propaganda for money? I don't know. Perhaps we'll swallow the fly. No, you'll eat 8 spiders and sell insurance. It doesn't work like that, Jamie. You bring in your motorcycle as your AN one? Okay. Stay off the runway. Everybody stay off the runway. Especially Abraham Lincoln. Who's Abraham Lincoln? Tia Carrera. Call me. I don't have a phone number, but find a way. Remark on one of my YouTube videos and say, it's me, Tia Carrera. I want to help sexually heal you. I'm older and not as young as I was when I was allegedly the lover of Sean Connery, but you're way sexier than Sean Connery ever thought about being, because he never stood for the Lord's day in his total temple for the soul life. Right. Same with Roger Moore. Right. Same. All the James Bonders. Okay. I heart you, Tia Carrera. I hear you. Okay. Okay, Abraham Lincoln. Call me. No, remark on one of my videos. Say, like. You don't have to share and subscribe. I don't believe in money. I'm fixing the algorithm. Okay. Crucial taunt. Happy birthday, Mrs. President. You'll be the first female president in my room to be president. Okay, I'm being silly. I'm just having fun. I'm flirting here. For crying out loud, let me flirt. I only get to do it in cyberspace in the playground of my mind. I like Glenn Holmes too. Right? You can't buy lots of candy with a nickel anymore. Dude, that was in the early 70s and shit. And he must have been talking about when he was alive back in the 50s and shit. Because you couldn't, a nickel? No, you could, well, back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Sometimes I wish I was a kid again. I remember when I was a low-case OG, when I was running around the Mesilla Valley, used to pick up bottles and take them down to 4 Points, get my bottle caps, my Red Hots, and my Gobstoppers. Sometimes I'd have a Sprite to wash it down, and Vip would follow me around so no pit bulls could try to bite me and toss me around. And those were back in the day when I was young. I'm not a kid anymore. Those times I wish I was a kid again. Chasing the elusive butterfly of love, sitting in my dad's recliner, bouncing like a little demon, sitting there thinking maybe I'm scheming and I gotta find a way to have somebody who looks like Yvonne DiCarlo be my wife someday, so I can be the perfect Herman Munster to her Lilith the Munster, so she can be a vamp to my Frankenstein creation. I'm not a creation, I'm an invention from your mind, because you need money, because you all got that crazy stuff up in your behind. Your head is up your ass and you can't get yourself straight, so you better go to court because you gotta litigate. So you dictate, legislate, and say this court is supreme, but there's a supreme joke if your murder is a scheme, and the scheme that keeps you murdering over money because you want to deny the Lord's Prayer, will go pick up Earl's body and clone him and have him loving everywhere, and then we can keep him out of the parking lot of Best Buy on Loman, and he won't be dead during the Obama administration right after January 2nd, 2013. I didn't rhyme completely, and I didn't rhyme well, but you understand what I'm saying, and you don't want to be stuck in hell. So stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me and celebrate life every day and say, Martin Short, thank you for that prayer right there. That worked really well. And I wish I would have known about your daughter before she committed suicide, Martin. Maybe we could have talked and I could have helped her through. Your business partners suck, Martin. They're short on a lot of things, especially common sense, reason, courage, faith, and kindness. Okay? But you're talking to me, so you're getting a little taller there, okay? Yui? What? I love it when you call me Bud, Louie. Yui. Be my bud. I love it when you call me Bud. Yeah, one of Corey's favorite movies. Yes, it was. It's not the Pebble, it's the Penguin. Yeah. You're going to make me cry. I love Patrice Martinez, too. I never met, but I had a huge crush on Patrice Martinez. I didn't think it was weird that she had my little sister's name. I still have a crush on Patrice Martinez. I will always have a you too. Yeah, me too. Okay. You think you're Zorro? Me too, Martin. Me too. You okay? I know he gets abused worse than all of us. He still gets ignored and abused worse than all of us. And he always asks us if we're okay. Yeah, I understand that. I don't see any irony in it. I just see it as, wow, that Messiah is quite a guy. Okay. Hi, Steve Martin. I was going to say tell Steve Martin I said hi, but Steve Martin, you make me laugh. I liked Bowfinger. I liked The Jerk. Well, I liked the movies at the time. I'm not stuck there anymore. Well, of course, that's a ghost of you in the past, but not you now. Okay. You think I'm too hard on Eddie Murphy? Were you too hard on Eddie Murphy? Did he have to have the casting couch to get in your movie, or did you have to casting couch for him to get him in it? That cocaine's a powerful drug. Real life stories of Charlie Murphy. You have to laugh just to get through this hell. I love Tupac too. It's not that kind of movie, Steve. No, I was just saying that because, you want to be as charming, as attractive as Tupac, so all the girls are like you. Tia, call me. Call me. I like Al Green too. Yes, sir. So tired of being. What's your favorite Al Green song? Al Green is Still in Love with You and Let's Stay Together. I have two. Don't make me choose. I like them both. Don't you know that I'm still sure enough in love with you? And let's stay together, loving you whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. He has like 5 octave. Yeah. Like the what's his Russell from the guys doing the thing about Air Supply. He has a 5 octave voice and can still hit those notes. Also, yes, Britton Wood and Al Green had very excellent octaves. More range than dum 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 doo doo wah. Yeah. Oh, only the lonely. Yeah. I guess I'll go on home, it's late. There'll be tomorrow night, but wait, what do I see? Is she walking back? I like that song too. Oh, it reminds you of Jennifer Lopez. I think it reminds Jennifer Lopez of Jennifer Lopez. I know I'm funny. I don't need anybody to explain it to me. I have to explain it to others and go, yeah, he's way funnier than, yeah, he is. I've been this way my whole life. I've had people tell me, you should be a comedian. You should be an actor. Then Sierra Vista, they told me I should run for like Congress and stuff. I was like, don't wish that upon me. I'm not a criminal. I have no criminal activity going on in this brain at all. I'm abused by criminals that makes me think I'm a criminal person that had criminal activity because don't tempt me, Frodo. Like, okay, you're attracted to this woman. Who in their right mind isn't attracted to this woman? The woman's trying to attract, yeah, but I know, she's not even 17, so she's not Winger. She's younger than that, I know that. She's been trying to protect me from the time. The first time Natalie tried to protect me from the abuse from the Temple of from her mom was when I stood up for her in Las Cruces, because Amy would say she was going to take her and turn her loose out in the desert and life would be better if we just had Emily and Noah and didn't have Natalie. That life would be perfect if Natalie wasn't with us. She made life horrible and rotten because she was so selfish and a pain in the ass. And I'd always tell Amy, you can't say that, and it's not true. Well, because no, Natalie was an excellent big sister, okay? She became the protector for Noah. Noah taught her how to ride a bike, tie her shoes, ask for food, how to do it in a coherent manner, how to say I love you, yes, okay? Noah was John Redkern to her Joseph, to Amy's Del Gribble, to I'm Mike Judge. I have the mic and I get to judge everybody because I'm righteous, I'm a living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, and you're not. Okay, I'm king of the hill. All right. I'm good Hank. Right? Okay, so you're just being silly. But you ever watch TV? Never mind. And so, yeah, no, it was really hard on Amy. Amy was made to be jealous of her own daughter. They did a computer imaging projection on her daughter. Okay, they knew that there was strong relations through tribal, Germanic, and other and Sephardic lines between her family and my family, and they knew the strongest and most consistent romantic relationship, okay, between her family and my family was the spirit of her daughter and not the spirit of Amy. And Amy knew it. She would always tell me that. She'd say, no, I'm not your forever love. There's another girl that's closer to your forever love. And you guys are so nice that it's like icky. And when you're around each other and you think you're so nice and pretty and hot and smart and talented, that it makes everybody want to drive a 16-penny nail through your fucking gorgeous, hot, super smart, jock, talented, dancing, singing foreheads. That's basically what Amy would tell me. And I was like, no, yeah. your guys are icky sweet and it's disgusting. It's like, no, I see my wife as more the type like, if you don't stop abusing the kids, I'm going to knock your fucking teeth out. I don't want to knock your teeth out because I love you. But if you don't stop, I'm going to knock every last tooth out of your head, and then you won't be saying mean things to anybody anymore because you won't want to open your mouth and show everybody, I've got no teeth left. She kicked me so hard in the teeth because I used my mouth to be mean to other people that I was angry, jealous, or vicious about, right? And so, yeah, that's the way I saw my wife. Okay. Don't piss her off. She'll snatch your belt. Okay. And then say, I love you, but don't make me do that. Right? And so, yeah, it's okay, honey. You know, like I told you about Zipporah with Moses. You know, when those two or three guys came from Egypt to try and hunt down and kill Moses. And he was tending the sheep, and one of them got him. Okay? He was looking to protect from the other two. They distracted him and knocked him out. But Moses had backup. He had a wife named Zipporah and kids and family. Okay? And when he woke up from his being knocked unconscious by being hit by these perverts from Egypt that were like hitman squads and special forces and, you know, Jack Ryan, Jack Reacher, right? He wakes up and goes, honey, what's he goes, they're feeding the dogs. What? You fed them? Well, you know, not, you know, to give them a taste for kind of, you fed them to the dog. What? She killed them. Okay, it's basically what it was. Zipporah? Yes. Okay. Zipporah killed 3 men that tried to kill Moses with the rest of her family. And they realized, ooh, you can send out your best assassins. And yeah, his wife is bad enough to kill 2 of them all by herself. And the boys show up and say, hey, Mom, we helped. And the boys are like 10 and 8. Right? It's kind of a lot like the imagination of Aim Small, Miss Small of... we don't need another hero. We just need to, you know, life away from Thunderdome. You know, using my imagination. Just imagine that you're living the Lord's Prayer and you don't have to make sick, disgusting, violent, sex cult behavior movies anymore. And that will be the best thing you can ever do. Imagine there's no countries, no peacemaker missiles in concert tours, no softcore, hardcore pornography. And music's public domain and doesn't require awards for your chores. Imagine exercise, not being over contracts for whole cake money. Yoo-hoo! You may say I'm a dreamer. But if I would have known who Martin Short's and Regina King's kids were before they committed suicide, they might still be providing life to that flesh temple with the beauty of the soul. And if I had known who Rob Reiner's son was, maybe I could have talked to him. And his parents could have showed up and said, hey, let's live the Lord's Prayer. And the kid would say, wow, I don't have to get high from drugs ever again because I don't feel like I want to die because the world sucks. Right? Yoo-hoo. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Peter, Paul, Mary, did you know? Khadijah, Muhammad, Hud, you, Ruth, Esther, Mordecai? No, we're still stuck in the vegetarian world again. Son of a bitch. USS Apple Pie sucks, man. It sucks. Larry Bory cartoon people. Don't be a marketing genius. Show me that smile again. Don't ask for money again. And B.J. Thomas will never have to sing a song for money ever again in molecular similitude. That means the temple for the soul that provide life to B.J. Thomas, when there's a kid like him and kind of looks like him and sounds like him, he won't have to do things for money to pay his family's bills. He'll be able to sing songs about joy and love. And he won't have to, when we're singing Danny Hathaway songs, so Winehouse doesn't commit suicide with drugs and alcohol because life is miserable, because love is a losing game. 5-story fire as it came, right? One I wish we'd never played. Oh, what a mess we made. You guys played the game with Amy and her mind and her heart and had her jealous of her own daughter because she knew on a subconscious recognition level that what you guys were going to do with her daughter and her to try to destroy the Messiah with your egos. So Amy's a lot better person than a lot of you Temple Set, Illuminati, Scientology, Vatican, Quorum of the 12 assholes like to pretend isn't happening, right? She's a much better person than you are. She's honest with me. She talks about everything. We talk about it in detail. We go through the problem solving. We talked to today. We talked about, well, what if Stephanie, it's like, okay, will you stop talking about this? Because when I think about the two of you having a good time with, okay, it wouldn't have worked because this would have happened. Was okay, Amy, stop talking about it. Why? Because every time I talk about it, it's like, okay, yeah, did I enjoy? Okay, look, it would have worked. It wouldn't have worked, but no, we didn't make it, but we had a good time trying. No, it would have been such a colossal failure, but there would have been points where we thought this is great, but it would have, no, it wouldn't have worked. It wasn't going to work. It wasn't meant to. It was doomed to failure. All the things she talks about, and I'm like, you're so cute. You're so hopeful. You are so Uncle Rico, Amy Sue. I love you. I like your sleeves. They're real big. Will you be my LaFonda? I'll be your Kip, and then we can love technology. I'm kidding. I love NASA. No, you don't. I love you guys. We'll talk later, okay? Get up, stand up, put up or shut up. Okay, either way, just stand up for a Lord's Prayer and do it today. Don't wait I can't wait another minute for you. Did Jane write that one? Did you write that one, Jane, or was it Carl and Steph? I love you guys, all right? Peace.